The niceties are over. Ayhan and Yaralim shaking hands there, but I'm sure it will be a fearsome battle out there on the pitch this evening. Two sides desperate to get into the quarterfinals. Two sides who, at one point or another, have both led the way in their respective domestic competitions. Hamburg now down in fourth. Hertha Berlin, of course, top of the league in Germany at the moment. It's very tight. All of them in with a shout, that's for sure. And it's the away side to get us kicked off in the intimidating atmosphere of the Ali Sami Yen Stadium. It's 1-1 on aggregate. And certainly both sides in with an excellent chance. Well, both sides have got injuries indeed. Martin Jol, the Hamburg manager, forced to pick just 17 players for his squad today. Means he's only got 6 substitutes. Take you through the lineups then. It's Galatasaray. They've got their Italian goalkeeper Morgan De Sanctis in goal. Sarioglu, Kurtulus, Bolter and Yaman make up a makeshift defence. It's Akman, Kuhl, Lincoln, Uzbek and Turan, as mentioned, across the middle. And then star striker Milan Baros up front. Well, he's back to scoring ways, the Czech international. Didn't quite hit it off as he would have liked in England, despite a good start with Liverpool. Never really did as well as he perhaps could and should have done at Aston Villa and then Portsmouth. But he scored 22 goals in 30 appearances so far this season for Galatasaray, and he'll be hoping to add to that tally tonight. Dennis Aogo, the man standing over the free kick for Hamburg. Easy this time for De Sanctis. Well, Hamburg themselves, they've got Frank Rost in goal. Boateng, Silva, Matthijssen and Aogo across the back. Of course, Hamburg with some injury worries of their own. They're missing Bastian Reinhardt. He's a long-term absentee from the back four. So it's Silva and Matthijssen who partner each other in central defence this evening. Petroipa, Yaralim, Benjamin and Janssen, the German international, across midfield, and Guerrero and Olic up front. No Petric, of course. Well, he's the real star in the Hamburg side at the moment, along with Olic, although Guerrero is a player of real high quality as well. Hasn't quite matched the two Croatians for goal-scoring form this season. Petroipa working his way into the box. Yaralim now, the captain of Hamburg. Guerrero again. Crowded out this time by Yaman and Balta. Matthijssen, the Dutch international defender. 40 caps to his name. Well, Hamburg, they had a better result at the weekend than Galatasaray, who I mentioned earlier, drew 2-2 away against Trabzonspor. Hamburg able to beat Energy Cottbus by 2-0. Ivica Olic opened the scoring midway through the first half, but then the bad news came when Petric had to go off injured. Still, the substitute, Trachowski, came on and added a second as the ball comes in here at a chance in the middle. Sanctis had to be aware. Petroipa now. Good work from Uzbek. Sarioglu. Got Baros outside of him. Here he is. Now Harry Kuhl. Back then for Akman, scorer of the first goal in the first leg, the goal which put Galatasaray one in front. Well, he was captain on the night as well. Good finish as well, and another shot on target there. Somebody who's going to have to be watched, the 32-year-old Turkish international. Indeed, no Piotr Truchowski in the side for Martin Jol either tonight. The man, as I said a moment ago, scored the second goal against Cottbus at the weekend. He picked up a knee injury, and, well, Jol has said that he'd rather keep hold of him for the Schalke game. Bit of space here for Petroipa. That strike comes in. Aogo now. Compact defending from Galatasaray. 6 men in the box. Petroipa again. Looking for the run of Olic. Gets the header in and, well, it's tipped over the bar. Ivica Olic, who's already got 6 goals in this competition. He's only behind Wagner Love so far in the UEFA Cup. He is joined with Peggy Leandula, Mario Gomez and Luis Aguiar. Well, Galatasaray, rather in the same way that Hamburg are failing to find Olic, struggling to find Milan Baros, their star striker. He's been getting close attention from Silva and Matthijssen at the back. Certainly Matthijssen hasn't let him out of his sight yet. Maybe a chance here. Still the ball isn't cleared. Eventually the free kick given, I think, for the foul on Lincoln. Let's see. What's the referee decided? Offside. Lincoln clearly straight into an offside position as he went through. I think Lincoln was going for the penalty. Bit ambitious. Well, that's what Galatasaray need to do. Run at the Hamburg defence, cause them problems. Haven't been doing it so far. Mind you, it's Hamburg who need the goal. They're the ones who are going out as it stands. Getting closer and closer to half-time as well, and still only the one chance in a very tight game. Ivica Olic with it, one of the men identified. There he is again, going for the ball, but he's had little success so far. The one header tipped over the bar by the goalkeeper, Morgan De Sanctis. And that's as close as we've come to a goal. Yarolim to Aogo. And again the captain. Late decision there from the referee, not liked by the home crowd. Indeed, this stadium will be defunct by October this year. Galatasaray building a brand new Ali Sami Yen Stadium, which will hold 52,500 spectators. It'll have a retractable roof and its own subway station, something for the fans to look forward to. Whether it can recreate the atmosphere, I'm sure they can with double the people, but not always the case. Most people complain that the new Wembley doesn't quite have the close attention of the fans that the old Wembley had, and indeed the Allianz Arena. Not preferred by many compared with the old Olympic Stadium in Munich, now mainly used for concerts. Kurtulus' ball forward, away by Matthijssen, who's been solid so far. Excellent turn from Akman. Arda plays it in. And it's not far away from the near post. Comfortable for Frank Rost. I think he was aware it was going behind. Still Sabri, certainly a danger. Coming from either defence or midfield. He started at right back in the first leg. More of an attacking role for him tonight, the Turkish international. Known as Speedy Gonzalez by the Galatasaray fans. He's got bags of energy. He's a regular starter in the national side. You remember him from Euro 2008, I'm sure. Another player from the youth ranks. Dennis Aogo yet to really show his crossing ability from the left-hand side in this match. Now the break's on. Arda finds Barros. Barros gets into the box. What's the referee going to do here? He's given a penalty. It's a yellow card for Silva. Well, Arda congratulates Milan Barros, who's gone down. Looks hurt. Well, what a chance this is for Galatasaray. In fact, it was Boateng, the man who made the challenge. He gets the yellow card, and well, that means if Hamburg were to get through, which is looking very unlikely now, then he would miss the next leg. Well, Boateng out of the next round, the quarterfinals, if Hamburg get through, but Harry Kewell, the Australian international, has a fantastic chance now to really put the game and the tie out of Hamburg's grasp. A former Leeds United and Liverpool man. Or will it be Frank Rost who turns the hero? Kewell slams it home. It's 1-0 to Galatasaray on the night, 2-1 on aggregate. They have the away goal as well. Well, Hamburg now have to score to take the tie into extra time. They need 2 to win it on the night. The crowd go wild at the Ali Sami Yen Stadium. They know they've got 1 foot in the quarterfinals now. Galatasaray, the favourites, take the lead. And Harry Kewell from the spot. Kewell as a cucumber. Bags his 11th goal of the season, his 4th in Europe now. And he didn't take any chances, did he? Slammed it down the middle. No hope for Frank Rost. Sent him the wrong way. And Galatasaray delighted. Just before half-time as well. What a time to score. Really will knock the wind out of the Hamburg sails. They've got it all to do here. Away from home. Only 2 goals to go through now as well. I have to say, the first time that Galatasaray have really made their way into the Hamburg box. First time we've seen Milan Barros on the ball. And immediately something comes of it. Well, Hamburg are going to have to go for broke now. Maybe we'll see some substitutions at half-time. The young Tunay Torun, a Turkish player, Turkish youngster on the Hamburg bench. Surely we'll see the introduction of him as an extra attacker. Scene is set for him to make a name for himself. Certainly intimidating for a lad of his age, though. Well, you can hear the crowd bellowing support towards their Galatasaray side. Bit of pressure for Galatasaray to endure. Fans trying to make it as difficult as possible for the away side. And away safely by Akman. And Hamburg have it all to do. Galatasaray still with the away goal advantage. They've got a goal advantage now as well. Harry Kewell, the scorer from the spot. It was Milan Barros, felled by Jerome Boateng in the box. And really Galatasaray's only chance of the game. Still, Hamburg haven't shown what they can do just yet. And they're going to have to improve in the second half if they're to find a way through to the quarterfinals of the UEFA Cup. It's all still to play for here at the Ali Sami Yen Stadium. Back for the second half here at the Ali Sami Yen Stadium. It's 1-0 to Galatasaray from the first half. The goal coming from the penalty spot from Harry Kewell. Oh, well, it's an uphill struggle now for Hamburg. Surprisingly, for such a feisty game, it's only produced one yellow card, which came just before half-time. It was for the penalty foul, actually, from Jerome Boateng. Means he will miss the quarter-final, as mentioned previously. Galatasaray now can build another attack. Milan Barros. Akman in support. And in here for Arda. Good link-up play. Barros, surely! It's 2! Milan Barros! The star striker for Galatasaray doubles their lead. And now Galatasaray do not just have 1 foot in the quarter-final. They've got, well, however you want to put it, 1.5 feet and 2 hands as well. Great link-up play on the edge of the box from Ayhan. And what an expert finish it was from Milan Barros, showing all of his coolness in front of goal to chip it over the goalkeeper Frank Rost. Lovely stuff from Arda Turan to slip him in front of goal, and the finish, oh, superb from the Czech international. A little dink over the goalkeeper. Well, Galatasaray are now fully in control of this tie. Hamburg, well, if they were not breathless by the penalty just before half-time from Harry Kewell, oh, goodness knows how they're going to get back into it now. Here's Janssen finding his own way into the box. Good challenge. Oh, I'm sure that the Galatasaray fans will be so happy that Arda was risked for this game. It was some lovely skill on the edge of the box for the assist. And Milan Barros now with his 23rd goal of the season and his 5th so far in the UEFA Cup. Barros, scorer of the second goal. Now Yaralin wins it back for Hamburg. Janssen has been largely anonymous in the game so far for Hamburg. Somebody they need to get on the ball, one of their better performers, the German international. Free kick given away by Kewell. Benjamin to Petroipa. Chance for Guerrero, well struck, and that's a fantastic strike. Jose Guerrero pulls one back. And the quarter-finals are in sight now for Hamburg. They can certainly get this one back. They only need one more goal and that would take them through. Well, that really out of nothing. Superb goal from the Peruvian international striker. His 7th of the season. And look at that. A great hit into the corner. One touch. Power with his instep, and well, no hope at all for Morgan De Sanctis in the Galatasaray goal. Really hit that one sweetly, the Peruvian, and well, that brings Hamburg right back into the tie. Great drama straight after the half-time whistle here. Hamburg come forward again here. And a chance in the middle again. Well, Guerrero going in. Well, if he'd have hit that one first time, he'd have had a much better opportunity. Excellent bit of pressure this from Hamburg, almost getting themselves right back into the game within a matter of minutes. Good work from Olic down the right, and well, Guerrero again in there. Rost, rare touch for him. Rather than picking the ball out of the net twice, of course, here's Benjamin. Long ball forward here for Guerrero, the goal scorer. Here is Guerrero. Finds his way into the box again. Great finish. Into the back of the net. And how about that for a turnaround? Jose Guerrero makes it 2-2 on the night, and that puts Hamburg through on away goals if it stays like this. And to the delight of the Hamburg fans, he clips the ball over Morgan De Sanctis. And now Galatasaray have a problem on their hands. How a game of football can turn. The long ball forward from Boateng. Olic, the man who had it. Guerrero in support. Good skill to take him into the box, and the finish, absolutely superb. Picked his spot. No hope for the Italian goalkeeper. And well, how the game has changed. It's 2-2. Hamburg lead on away goals. Well, that's how many I've scored, he said. Joyous scenes for the 24-year-old. Bags his 8th goal of the season there. Managed Özbek. Now Arda. Just taking on Boateng again here. Unable to get the cross in. Volkan gets it forward here for Özbek. Well, it almost fell there for Barros, but Hamburg can get it away eventually through Silva. Can he release Olic here? Good pace from the Croatian, but well dealt with by Harry Kuehl, who's impressed at centre-back, really. Especially for a left winger. The last person you'd expect to see holding things together at the back. Not like a foul there from Ayhan, given by the referee. Balta. In for Özbek. Well, Janssen not happy with the referee. Pedro Prensa's decision there. Quite a bit bigger than his German compatriot. Sabri to take the free kick. Well, looks like it's a little bit too far out to strike for the hero of the last round. Comes out though as far there as Özbek. Straight down the throat of Frank Rost, luckily for him, the 35-year-old keeper, getting his whole body behind it. He needed to as well. It was fiercely struck from the young German. Here he is again on the ball. Now Ayman. Barros. Good pace to get away from Silva, but the recovering challenge good enough to give Hamburg a brief respite and to regroup, but it's a corner. Sabri takes, headed away. Guerrero this time, and a break on perhaps here for the Germans. It's Yaralim. He's got Petroipa ahead of him. Olic now supports on the left. Good delivery, and it's just evaded the head of the Burkinabe international, Jonathan Petroipa. That's an excellent ball to find the run of Karan. Only scored 3 goals so far this season. Now he'd love to add to it tonight. Almost finds a way into the box. Arda loses out there to Silva. Flag raised this time from the referee's assistant, and free kick goes to the home side. Arda starting to appear all over the pitch now. Certainly a player that Galatasaray will need to get on the ball, especially now that Lincoln's out of the play. He is really the principal playmaker in midfield now for Galatasaray. And a free kick, in fact, in a very similar position to the last one. Plenty of Hamburg players back in the box, ready to defend this one. They'll be desperate to hang on to their away goals lead, and, well, Ross came. He did get a hand to it and gets it away, but it wasn't convincing. Matthijssen hacks it upfield. Petroipa, good control. He's in here. Olic on the overlap. Can he get the finish in? Eventually it comes across, but it evades the run there of David Yarralem. Chance goes begging for Hamburg. That would have put the game beyond any doubt. Now Galatasaray. Ayhan Akman. Arda comes forward now. This time on the left. Still Hamburg need to be cautious. Fantastic skill, the chance. Well, the pullback isn't good enough. The late run of Akman there. Still the pressure's on. Arda has got space to cross. And again. Well, this is sloppy defending from Hamburg. They need to get the ball upfield. Galatasaray with a bit of pressure, exactly what they need at this stage. Özbek to Kurtulus. Barros waiting in the box again. Arda has space. Well, vain attempt for the handball decision there from the young Turk. I don't think there's any chance of that. Barros wins the header. Comfortably over the bar of Frank Ross this time. But that's all it will take. 1 goal from Galatasaray, and again the tie is flipped on its head. Now it's Janssen at the other end for Hamburg. Inside to Yarralem. Good touch from the Czech. And it's off the post. Well, Yarralem, the captain, not one known for his goal-scoring exploits, almost confirms Hamburg's passage into the quarter-finals there. Just the 1 goal this season. More renowned for his speed and technical skill than his goal-scoring, but a lovely nutmeg. And the finish, well, he wrong-footed De Sanctis, and it rebounds off the post. Well, what an important moment that shot could prove to be. Well, David Yarralem go on to regret that. Lovely bit of skill to get him into the position, though, wasn't it? This time it's Olic. Plenty of space for Hamburg. Yarralem again now. Now Petroipa. Gets the strike in. Just over the bar. Galatasaray in a hurry to get things going again. He beat his man. Now Aogo for Hamburg. Janssen finds the run of Olic. Onside. In comes the strike into the side netting. Glorious opportunity for the Croatian. Jol will not be happy with that. He had time and space, Ivic Olic, but unable to add He's 6 goals already in European competition this season. Well, there is the substitution. Shabani Nonda coming on for Sabri Sarioglu. 3 strikers on the pitch now. Headed away by Janssen. Poor clearance from Yaralim. Hassan Sass now. Silver away. And Nonda does get his first touch of the ball and almost slips it in there for Arda. Still Galatasaray piling on the pressure here. Chance at the back post perhaps. Fantastic save from Frank Rost. Uzbek, well, eventually loses out and Hamburg can get the ball away. Janssen fouled there, surely. Referee says no. Sass once more. Frantic defending from the Germans. Eventually Janssen brings it away. Well, Barros almost slipping it through the legs of Frank Rost from a tight angle. At the other end, here's Olic. No foul again, says the referee. Oh, will we see a final push in the last few minutes from Galatasaray? Hamburg holding strong at the moment, but they've got a corner to deal with here. Nonda, the man who's won it. Arda takes. Surprising that he's got this far through the match. Almost falls for Kuhl. Hassan Sass. Well, he's not impressed since he's come on, the Turkish international. One of the big names in the Galatasaray squad, and maybe showing there why he's only made 8 appearances prior to this one. There again, the chance for Barros at the far post. Excellent save it was from Frank Rost. To get all of his 6'4.5" frame down to the floor there. And he's going to get a booking here, I think, for time wasting, the German goalkeeper. Indeed he does. Well, he's okay. Hasn't been booked previously in the competition, so won't affect him just yet. Janssen over for Olic. Well, there's no offside, or is there? No flag from the assistant referee, and Hamburg are into the quarterfinals. It's Olic. Well, that wraps things up. A great comeback from the Germans. It looked as though Olic had strayed into an offside position, but the ball over from Janssen. Perfectly timed, says the referee. And he grabs, well, no, he wasn't offside, was he? He's timed his run to perfection. No doubt he was being played onside in the middle. And the finish, no problem whatsoever. I think De Sanctis was sure it was an offside. He stood still on his line for so long, took an age for him to come out. He can't believe it. The shake of the head says it all for Galatasaray. And pretty much all of the 23,000 fans packed into the stadium tonight. Well, there it is. There goes the final whistle. Hamburg are into the quarterfinals of the UEFA Cup. Joy for Martin Jol. What a turnaround. What a roller coaster of emotions here at the Ali Sami Yen Stadium. And it's finished at the Ali Sami Yen Stadium. Galatasaray 2, Hamburg 3.
So, late heartbreak for Harry and Galatasaray. Vitor Olic's last-minute goal takes Hamburg through to the quarterfinals. Time for a short break and then we'll return to see who joins the Germans in the last 8 of the UEFA Cup.
In Amsterdam, fans had stars in their eyes before the match, while the players had to deal with laser beams in theirs. Holding a 2-1 advantage from the first leg, Marseille expected the home side Ajax to press from the opening whistle. And just beyond the half hour, the Dutch Giants levelled the tie when captain Luis Suarez split the defence and Eyong Ino did the rest. It didn't take long for Marseille to equalise. Bakary Kone played in Mamadou Niang, who claimed his 7th goal in Europe this season. In the second half, individual brilliance saw Suarez again the architect, this time for Miralem Soleimani, 2-1 to Ajax, 3-3 on aggregate, sending the match into extra time. The French club had the final say. The unlikely hero was journeyman defender Tyrone Mears. Marseille booked their quarter-final place in search of their first UEFA Cup title. Werder Bremen travelled to St Etienne with a 1-0 lead, and it took just 6 minutes for the visitors to extend their advantage. Sebastian Prödl heading home Torsten Frings' corner. Poor marking again cost the home side as Bremen killed off the tie when Mesut Ozil's cross was headed home by Claudio Pizarro. St Etienne then launched a comeback in the second half with 2 goals in the last 30 minutes. It got a bit too close for comfort for Bremen. 2-2 on the night meant the Germans went through 3-2 on aggregate. Trailing 2-0 from the first leg in Italy, reigning champion Zenit St Petersburg had a mountain to climb against Udinese. And they should have had a penalty on 16 minutes and played the rest of the game against 10 men after Gaetano D'Agostino handled inside his own penalty area. The home side did take the lead. Zenit skipper Anatoly Timoshuk's header crossed the line despite protests to the contrary. 1-0 on the night to Zenit, but hopes of defending their UEFA Cup title dashed, with Udinese going through 2-1 on aggregate. Shakhtar Donetsk hosted CSKA Moscow, looking to overturn a 1-0 deficit. On 52 minutes, Shakhtar levelled the tie. Fernandinho was fouled by Pavel Mameyev and then coolly slotted home from the spot. With 20 minutes remaining, chaos reigned at the back for CSKA. Fernandinho skipped past 2 defenders. His centre caught Igor Akinfeev out of position. Adriano fired in the winner. Shakhtar, the second Ukrainian club to qualify for the quarterfinals. After holding PSG to a scoreless draw away in the first leg, Portuguese club Braga had a great chance to advance. But the Parisians delivered a classic smash and grab raid 10 minutes before time. Braga keeper Eduardo badly misjudged Clement Chantom's free kick before Guillaume Haroux headed in for the only goal of the match. Hamburg were at home to Manchester City, which took a 2-goal cushion to Denmark. Socceroo defender Michael Beecham started for the home side, and after an hour of trying to penetrate the City defence, desperation got the better of him, booked for diving. Robinho should have sealed the tie with 9 minutes remaining, and then a glimmer of hope for the Danes. Jamaican Luton Shelton blasting home. Nervy times led to Ched Evans handling Mikhail Jakobsen's header. He then stepped up to level the tie. After extra time, it came down to penalties. City held its nerve, tucking away all 4, while Shay Given saved twice to keep the red and blue of Manchester in European reckoning.